Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Misao, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Misao's Comfy Corner. Yeah, alright, I've got a bit of a doozy for this one, and I'm sure that this one is very helpful, and I'm sure a lot of people nowadays need this, because I'm seeing a lot of people at school who are just tired and complaining about being tired, and I think it has to do with the fact that they stay up late and they don't get a lot of sleep. Now, of course, when school does open up, like, I'm in high school right now, and I have a school that I go to. I don't know if this is for all schools, but... Sorry, I had to clear my throat there, but, I don't know if this is for all schools, but, the school that I go to, you get up at, you gotta get up at, 6 o'clock in the morning. And school does open up at 7, so you kind of have to get up at 6 to start the day. And all that. So, yeah, that's kind of how it, starts. And if I had to guess, really no one's, going to bed, earlier than 12, at night. Actually, maybe not even 1. I'm sure that everyone's just staying up, on technology and all that stuff, and fair, I guess. Of course, that's not everyone, but, excuse me. But, yeah, I'm sure that, a lot of it kind of also maybe contributes to the fact that we just get up, so goddamn early. So... yeah, and if I'm going to be completely honest here, I've been a victim of this as well. So, then I decided to start getting myself back on a better sleep schedule. It wasn't easy. I did have to nap a lot because I was just so tired and I honestly couldn't stop myself. But eventually, I was able to get there. And, I need to quiet down a bit more because it's 7 in the morning and my parents are sleeping. So, but yeah, so here's how I did it. It's not 100% a foolproof plan. It never is, but this is kind of just what helped me. And if it does help you, then great. If it doesn't, hey, that's completely fine. Everyone's different, so there's not a one-size-fits-all solution to all of this. Plus, mine is not even perfect. So let's start off with the basics rules for this. So, number 1 is always make sure you're doing a 12-hour day. You've always got to stay up for 12 hours. I think that's probably, after 12 hours, I'm pretty sure that's when the body starts, to get a bit more tired. Of course, keep in mind, I'm not a scientist. I never fact-checked this, so yeah, but always make sure you're doing your research, guys, and never take what I say at face value. Alright? And always make sure that you're not napping. If you want to nap, that's fine. I guess go for it, but in my opinion, napping kind of takes away all that tiredness, and yeah, so it's maybe not the best idea to nap, if you want to actually get yourself on a better sleep schedule. But if you do want to nap, hey, that's fine. I can't knock you, I'm sure that when you're at the situation that you got napped, you're really, really dead tired, so fair enough. I mean, if you're going to keep going throughout your day with all that tiredness, then it's not going to be a good day, so hey, I feel you, man. Don't worry about it. We're not judging you at all. Yeah, and then, you kind of gotta sleep, and, once those 12 hours are up, always make sure that you've done the basics for your day, of course, have all 3 meals. Having all 3 meals is good. Never skip out on breakfast, guys. That's the most important meal of the day. And of course, take any medicine if you're required to do that. Always remember to take a shower at night. And then go to bed once you've done really all the basics that you gotta do. And then the logic here is that, you know, if you have like a perfect 12 hours of sleep, then hey, that's great. But if you're kind of waking up at like not a very good hour and going to sleep at not a very good hour, then that's probably not the best solution. So what you're hoping for is that you get 10 hours of sleep. Always make sure that's between 8 and 12 hours that you're getting. Because if you're getting 12 hours, then you're basically good. Then you're basically back at where you started, at like whatever time you woke up, and then it's basically then you're basically going back to bed at the same time. So it's okay if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you're like not at a very good hour where you're getting up and you're not going back to bed at a very good hour, then that's not great. 11 hours of sleep is when it starts to get better. It's kind of, however, I personally think that's a bit too slow, but I think it has to do with the person, really. I'm sure getting 11 and like knocking off 1 hour when you wake up is good for some people, but for me, in my opinion, it's personally not. But you do you. So in my opinion, the sweet spot, the one that's like the Goldilocks of all of this, it's not like too short of time, it's not too long of time, it's just right, is 10 hours. You're knocking off 2 hours from when you got up, and you're pushing that back, and you're also pushing back like the time you go to sleep. And in my opinion, that is the sweet spot. So yeah, so then you basically just keep doing that until like you're at a good time. Like in my opinion, the perfect time would be around like waking up at like 8 or 9. I think that's pretty good. But it also has to do with the person. So that's kind of when you're doing good, and then once you're at like the sweet spot of when you get up, you can basically just go back to bed, or like at like the same time every night, that being like around 8 or 9, or like 12 hours after what time you got up. It also, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be 12 hours. It more just has to do with the person. In my opinion, 12 hours is when you start to get tired. I feel like that 11 hours might be a bit too short. Basically, it's like 12 or more hours that you can like stay up. I think that's fine. Of course, I keep saying this, but it does just have to do with the person. Not everyone's like has like the same schedule as me. Not everyone has like, you know, like the same way they work as me. So what will work for me won't work for everyone else, I'm guessing. So of course, just try to learn about yourself, try to learn about like what helps you, and then kind of apply a bit of the logic of my strategy here, because I personally like my strategy. I personally think it's a good strategy, but of course, if it doesn't work for you, then of course come up with your own, come up with like a way to do things, schedule it, and I'm sure things will go smoothly. Trust me. You are more capable of controlling your body than you think. Sure, there's like, of course, a lot of things, like you can't really control when you get sick, you can't really control like how you're feeling, your mood and everything, but there are a lot of things you can control, and one of those things is sleep, most of the time. So yeah, that's it for my video. Now, I did mention this in Misao's Dream Journal, which is coming out tomorrow. I think, or it could be some other time. I've still got a lot of videos backed up, but yeah, I think I've spoken a lot more clearly today. It's mostly probably got to do with sleep. I probably just woke up at a good time, had a good night of sleep, even though I slept 5 hours really. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty good. Of course. What do you think? What do you think like with how I did? I feel definitely vote compared to like all my other uploads in the past. I think I've definitely spoken a lot better. But of course, what do you think? Comment down below how I did, and if there's anything I need to work on, because no matter how good I am at like anything, and that just goes for anyone, like for everyone. It doesn't matter how good you are. There's always room for improvement. It doesn't. Excuse me. Sorry. It doesn't mean that you're doing terribly. You could be doing like the best performance ever out of anyone in history, and yet there will still be ways to improve. So just keep on chasing what you're doing, and you'll always get better. So yeah, that's it for my video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.